Welcome, everybody, to the premiere of Total Turnbuckle Talk. How are your guys' day going? Welcome to the show. Last night, as many of you guys know, was WWE's annual Money in the Bank event. And me and New York Yankee Mania, I'm going to bring them onto the stage right now.
How you doing?
We are going to review and recap the entire show and give you guys the thoughts on what we think is going to happen, what do we think of the outcomes, and do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say, Joe?
What was that?
Do you have anything to add?
No, I'm ready to rock and roll with you, man.
All right, and guys, before we start, don't forget, if you guys like this kind of content, definitely subscribe, hit that like button, and turn those post notifications on so you never miss another upload. Without further ado, let's get started with the women's Money in the Bank match, which was won by Naomi. What are we thinking about this, Joe? What do we think?
I was disappointed. I really, my main woman is Rhea.
Yeah.
And I really wanted her to win, and it was kind of upsetting that they just kept going after her and forgetting about Naomi.
They buried her under ladders. So it was funny.
That was funny. It was ridiculous, though. We all know that Rhea's the best out of those girls, those women. No question in my mind. I wasn't too happy with the outcome.
Okay, yeah, I think that the women's division needed a really good heel like Naomi, especially with the introduction from the heel Seth Rollins into the men's division. I think that Naomi was I think she plays a really good heel, and I think that Money in the Bank going to her is gonna elevate the women's division by a lot. And then she'll probably cash in on Tiffy, really, and I think that she'll win. She will win that match and she will become a champion. What do you think?
Oh no way! Tiffany is the main woman right now. No, absolutely not.
Tiffany's great. I
love Tiffany. There's no way the fans are going to accept that. They're going to go nuts. There's absolutely no way.
I mean, when Naomi won, there was a lot of cheers happening. People did seem to like that.
I just think, TJ, that they cheer because they just cheer. They cheer for the bad guy, and then, as they're coming out of the entrance, and then they boo them. So I don't even think they know themselves what they want to do. I really don't.
See, me personally, like storyline wise, I think she's a great heel. I think she's a great heel. I think she's a great bad guy. I think she's doing her job very well. I would have loved to see the briefcase on Rhea.
Yes.
Give her a really good independent run and not just take the title away from her in 2 seconds.
They just want to try somebody different.
Yeah, I also would have been fine with Stephanie Vaquero winning. I would have been fine with her because she's new. She's from NXT. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she's just too new. She's not wet.
She's really new.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it was a great match, but to me, it was a little overkill with what they did with Rhea. Throwing her in between all those ladders and all that. That was a bit much.
Yeah.
And it was kind of predictable that it started to look like Naomi was going to win. I mean, there was a lot of content out there, a lot of people saying Naomi was going to win, but they didn't think that they were going to follow through with that. So, in my opinion, that match was I would give it a B.
A B? I would give it, I would give it a B. I mean, it was a little sloppy.
Yes.
Because they couldn't close the ladders because they were
they made some great moves though from the top.
Yeah, they did. They put the ladder in between the turnbuckle and another ladder, and then they did a code red onto it. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was but I give it a B.
Anyways, so we are going down the match card. The next match, I'm pretty sure, was Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is your new women's Intercontinental Champion, and Lyra Valkyria was forced to raise Becky Lynch's hand. What do you think about this?
the best part of that was when she decked Becky Lynch at the end. That was
Yeah,
the best part of the match. I thought that was. I don't like the way they planned this. I just felt that it was too soon for Becky to get the strap on her. She just came back. I mean,
yeah,
my God, look at the way they did this, TJ. They fought in the ring in that pay-per-view, and then they loved each other. At the presser with the little one in Becky's arms. The next night they turn her bad, and
yeah.
she's this animal. And now the next pay-per-view, she wins the title. That's a bit much. That's
Yeah.
overkill. That's
I think.
overkill.
See, yeah, I agree with you in what you're saying that it is kind of overkill, but also I think they're trying to establish her as a heel because she's been face for years, and I think that they're trying to establish her as this animal, as this heel, this bad guy, this person that just wants to inflict harm on Lyra. And I think I thought the match was pretty good.
It was.
I mean, it wasn't like outstanding or anything, but it was a good match.
It would have been better, in my opinion, that Becky searches for that title too soon. To me they rushed that program. I'm sorry, they rushed it because she was a good champion and she's popular. Becky, is very popular, but you got to earn it. You got to come back. See, this will lead into what's going to happen tomorrow on Raw, and that
Yeah.
is Nikki Bella's coming back.
Yeah, that made me pop out of my seat. I was not expecting that to show up on the screen. Wow.
Yes, and the thing is, are they going to rush her too? All of a sudden, blah 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 blah, and she's in the main event. Come on, she hasn't
Yeah.
been there for 3 years. Give me a break.
Yeah, I think that they should take their time with Nikki if they're gonna like bring her back and put her in a main event picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be for our Monday, our Monday night Raw. But at least with breaking a little bit in case you didn't watch the pay-per-view and you don't know that Nikki Bella's coming in tomorrow
Yes.
on Raw live on Netflix.
Yes, they showed a screen and it said Nikki Bella tomorrow or on Monday on Netflix.
Yes,
Yeah.
I give this match a B minus.
I'd give it. I'd give it. Yeah. I'd also give it a B minus. Yeah. It was a little rushed. And the next card on the match card is a last minute match that was Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. Now, I mean, it was a very fast paced match, very fast paced, and I come to expect that from Lucha Libre wrestling, especially in like
Mm-hmm.
AAA. Uh,
Again,
yeah,
it's too rushed, TJ. Too rushed.
too rushed.
Yeah, because they just bought the promotion. So you buy the promotion. So what do? You have the WWE guy right away beat him. You know,
Yeah, I feel like Octagon Jr. should have won that. I feel like he should have won that.
yes, yeah. That again, I was not impressed at all with that match. I just felt that they're rushing. Why are they rushing? They have a new promotion. Build it up.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree with that.
yeah.
I agree with
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this match is a C in my book.
I give it a B because it's fun to watch. Lucha Libre wrestling. It's very fun to watch. I watched the highlights of Worlds Collide because I couldn't make it for the actual live
Right.
version. I watched the highlights though. It was very cool. Very cool. The way that they fly off the top rope is very very engaging to watch. But there wasn't in this match there wasn't as much of that. And they're kind of just trying to put Dominic Mysterio over, which I feel like they shouldn't have done that because they just bought the promotion and they should build it
Yeah,
up.
I agree with you. And what is this big hurrah about Dominic Mysterio? Give me a break with this guy already.
Yeah.
I'm tired of and Liv Morgan and this and that. Come on already, enough.
He should
Come on.
he should stay he should stay heel for the rest of his career. He's a really good heel. I I went to WrestleMania last year, and I saw the match between Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio when the NFL Eagles person came in and interfered or whatever. I think that feud was great, and I think that Dominic Mysterio makes a great heel. And I think what they're doing with Dom is now he finally won this title, and he's going to go on this heel basically title reign. But if he ever does turn face again, what he's going to do is he's probably going to join his dad, turn against the Judgment Day, and go with his dad. And I think they're kind of just pushing him and maybe pushing that storyline a little bit.
Well, the problem that's crazy is they a lot of them cheer for him.
Yeah.
So they're going to come to a point where they're going to have to turn him. They're
They
not
just
going to have a choice.
They just think that he's hot. That's the only reason they cheer for him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But the thing is, that maybe they could run something where Liv Morgan will do something to him or cheat on him or something, and he gets upset, and and I don't know. The creators will come up with something, but where that Dominic is left alone and his dad is going to go right to him and say, "Hey, what's the matter with you?" Yeah. And then start the partnership with his dad again. That would be pretty cool, actually.
That would be very cool.
Dom is in the back and just like he's down in the dumps, and his father goes, "Hey, what's up with you?" And one thing leads to another, and he goes, well, it might be time for you to rethink what you're thinking right now because it's not working for you. So that situation, that's what I say. But I was impressed with the moves, but I think they rushed it.
Yeah, they did. But you know what they didn't rush? They did not rush the next match on the card, which I thought was a fantastic match. It was the men's Money in the Bank match, which was won by none other than Seth freaking Rollins.
Right.
What are we thinking? Joe?
I'm okay with it, but it's too much now. Paul E. There's just too much going on. I would have loved maybe somebody turning on Seth.
Yeah, like
making it a big storyline within Paul, because Paul is known for double crossing a lot of people, and I really thought that they were going to double cross Seth, or they may still by SummerSlam. They're not going to like what that he's going on his own and he's doing this and he's doing that. But I thought yesterday went well. They all deserve to win. They really did all deserve to win.
Except for El Grande Americano. I get so angry at El Grande Americano.
Oh, that's ridiculous. He put the thing in his head. And believe me, if he would have won because of that, fans would have went nuts.
Yeah.
There was no way he was winning that match.
Yeah. Me and my friend, we were sitting over there. You can't see it on the camera, but we were sitting in that room over there, and we were watching it live, and we were chanting Penta, Penta, because we wanted Penta or LA Knight to win, but we knew that Seth was going to win. And speaking of who won, I had a conversation with Dev Finch, and if you're watching this, hello Dev. I had a conversation, and they asked me, who do you think is going to win? And I said Seth Rollins, and they disagreed with me. And they said, no, I think LA Knight's going to win. And here's why I thought that Seth Rollins was going to win, Dev. I thought that he was going to win because this faction that they have, this like Evolution 2.0 faction that they have, has no power. They had no power. Didn't have any titles. They had nothing. This faction needed that Money in the Bank to propel themselves onto a main event card.
Yep. I agree with you. Totally agree. But again, the way it was done, okay. I mean, I can live with that. But you don't want these three here along with Paul to dominate everything, because then it gets too monotonous. So they're gonna have to make a storyline that something's gonna go against them. I mean, really, so somebody's got to come out there and start wreaking havoc on him. And that's where I think Roman Reigns eventually will come out and possibly, I don't know. He's not going to come empty-handed. I don't think. I really don't. And there's a possibility, in my opinion, that Brock Lesnar is gonna tag up with him somehow.
Yeah.
If they could work it out with WWE.
See, here's the thing with Brock Lesnar. I can't say what he did on YouTube because it will get demonetized. But he, along with Vince McMahon, were involved in some scandalous things, and are therefore no longer into the company. And I have heavy doubts that Brock Lesnar will ever come back. Seriously, I don't think he'll ever come back.
It's possible. It's possible. But one thing, TJ, that I think we should stress is how everybody out there feels. How do you, the fans, feel about this? Do you
leave a comment? Leave a comment.
The comments have got, keep them coming, guys, because we want to know, what you're thinking. That's the whole idea of the show. Mm-hmm. You, the fans, are very, very important. And that's what this show is going to be all about. We're going to give you the information, but we want you to talk about it, and we want you to be part of this show. That's the whole idea.
Yes.
So make the comments, talk to us, talk to TJ, watch all the shorts, watch everything. But it's so important for you guys to know how important you are to this content.
Without the support of you guys, we can't keep going. And if you do enjoy this kind of content, hit the like, comment what your opinion is, press subscribe, and turn that bell icon on so you never miss another upload of ours.
Exactly.
And what I also do want to stress in this Money in the Bank match is that Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, I hate you, Solo. Jacob Fatu has now officially turned on Solo Sikoa. What do we think of that?
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome. That's all I could say about that. It's about time. Somebody stood up to him, and you could tell the fans love him.
They erupted when he grabbed his leg when he was on the ladder.
Oh, forget it. I knew it. I mean, you could see that was being set up.
Yeah.
They did a yucky job on that. You could see. I mean, it was almost automatic. Oh, he stopped to hug him. Oh, he stopped. Come on. If you can't see through that, then you're not a wrestling fan.
No way.
The magic. It's a magic show. I mean, it's the illusion is there. And because you and we have watched so many matches and critiqued it and all of that, we know that it's happening. They pulled one over, not on us.
Yeah.
And I'm not tooting our horns. I knew that was you could see that was gonna happen. It was a lot of fun. And for the youngsters out there, what do you think about it? Were you happy? Do you want to see this? Do you want to see him a good guy? There's going to be some tremendous matches now. So I give that a rating of an A-.
I give this match an A, not an A-, because even though it was predictable, it was extremely entertaining to watch. Me and my friend were out of our seat the entire time. It was so fun to watch.
Okay, well, I'm giving it an A-. The only thing, maybe because I'm just so close and know more or less, I could tell what's going to happen. Maybe it's just too much for me, and and if I didn't know that, then I would have given it an A. But my God, that was so predictable. But I loved it. It was
great.
So
it was great.
I'm giving it an A-. That's the way I feel about it.
It's either an A- or an A for me. The next card on the match on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which is the main event, was Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul to determine the future of the WWE. This match, okay, I thought it was great. I think that it was very slow in the beginning and middle, very slow.
It was.
I felt like there could have been more because Cody, as you can see in this picture here, Cody was on the side the entire time for most of the match, and Jay was just getting pounded in the corner.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
making him look really weak. But I thought the match was great. But here's where it really picked up. So I'm going to describe the picture to you here. John Cena about to give an AA to Cody on the table. Cody wiggles out, and Jey Uso spears John Cena onto the table. Right? Then, while Jey Uso's on the table, Logan Paul springboard moonsault onto the table and breaks the table, laying out Jey Uso and Logan Paul. So they're pretty much out of the match by this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes and John Cena roll back into the ring, and I think John Cena does something to Cody Rhodes. He beats him up or something. And then we see a hooded figure walk in, and then he beats up John Cena. And he uncovers the mask to reveal that it is R-Truth, and he was never actually released from the WWE.
Yeah,
and
that was amazing.
Cody Rhodes capitalizes Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. It's over. What do we think?
I don't care what. Right. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody and its mother knew that was happening.
Yeah.
And there was a little suspicion. Well, but they quickly stopped it. They said they lowballed his salary, and he said no. So they quickly, they tried to sugarcoat it, but they held this pretty good. And I detest anybody that tells me they knew that was going to happen. There was no way in this God's green earth that was going to happen. I thought that was a great move by the creators, and it opens up a can of worms everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. And this is the beginning of the end of John Cena. Little by little, it's going to start ending. And, after this point, he got pinned in the ring. I would say give the belt back to Cody Rhodes.
Yes, Cody Rhodes needs that. And I want to give my thoughts on what's going to happen to John Cena leading up until his retirement. I think if he doesn't turn face at the end and ride off into the sunset, then what are we doing? He has to turn face at the end.
But how? How do you make him turn face after what he did? And
low blow the Rock. Low blow the Rock.
He's going to kill wrestling. He's going to do what? Let's think about it, TJ. How do you turn this guy back good?
Okay, we all know that The Rock and Triple H were having some creative differences backstage. Right. Now, I think The Rock will come back possibly at SummerSlam, because it is 2 nights, and John Cena's going to have some kind of match with someone. And he's going to come out. He's going to come to help. He's going to come out to help John. But then John, low blow to The Rock, therefore turning John Cena face. And then John Cena, that could be his last appearance, rides off into the sunset and kisses us all goodnight.
Well, that's a good fairy tale. But I think it's going to be more than that. He's going to have to answer what possessed him. What possessed him to turn this way after all these years, and that he's 8 months away from retiring, and he turns his back on the WWE universe. So he's going to have to explain what The Rock did to him. Was he drugged?
Yeah.
Was something in his breakfast?
That's like some Attitude Era stuff. That's some Attitude Era stuff. Drugging people. like that one match with the Big Show where he gets a tranquilizer dart.
I wish we had pictures. Maybe we could have it in the next segment. Pictures of John Cena's face after he hung Cody. Because if you see it, he looks spaced out.
Yeah.
He didn't look normal.
Hold on. I'll pull up a picture right now. I got you, Joe.
Great.
All right, here it is. Hold on.
He looks spaced out, in my opinion. Something happened during there. Look at him. Look at that. First of all, the ears are so damn red. He looks like off the red-nosed reindeer. I mean, give me a break. Look at him. He looks. There's something. There's like he's in a trance.
And then The Rock's doing the whatever.
Right. He's doing something. So he's he's under pressure. He's under a spell, and that's what he's going to wake up. It's going to be like a fairy tale. You're going to wake up. What the hell did I do? What did I do? I can't believe this. What's wrong? And then The Rock will, maybe will come out and say, "Oh, I did this to you, and I'm very proud of it, and I can do anything I want in this sport. I can do it all."
And then
they beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, and then what if The Rock, feeding off of your thing that you just said, what if The Rock says all that stuff about him being the greatest, and then we hear Triple H's music come out, and he just gets like a pedigree or something?
Yeah,
that's genuinely plausible. That is plausible. That could happen.
Yeah, that could happen, and maybe a big send off would be this. How about this for a Saturday night's main event in December at New York's Madison Square Garden? And have it, because they always have a spectacular at the end of the year at the Garden. How about having John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Triple H will be the manager or something like that, because he's not recommended because of his heart problem or whatever. Maybe he'll do something at the end to knock somebody out, whatever, in one punch. But it would be great a send off of Cena and Rhodes against against The Rock, and I guess the picking of his choice, whoever he wants.
Yeah.
And or maybe who's that rock singer that's involved? He's practicing wrestling right now. Who was the guy that knocked that hit Cody Rhodes?
Oh, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. So maybe you might have that, and by that time he's going to be well versed in wrestling. So it might be Travis Scott and The Rock against Cena and Cody Rhodes, and that's how Cena will ride into the sunset. Then he has the right. He was drugged. He didn't know what he's been in a trance for 4 months, and anytime he's ready to come out of the trance, The Rock has a method to make sure he stays under the trance. And that's how the creative team, I think, are going to work this. It's the only way he could turn back good. You just can't flip a switch. Oh, by the way, I love you guys now. What happened here?
Yeah, that has to be something. There has to be something.
So I give that from last night an A+.
The match. With
R-Truth coming. R-Truth made it A+.
Yeah.
I never really, to me, they take advantage of him. They make him look like a little dummy sometimes. Yeah. And I don't like that. There's no reason for it because he's a good wrestler.
He's one of the funniest people on the roster.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, what day it is? Oh, yeah, that's right. Is this SmackDown? No, it's Raw. or are you John Cena?
Yeah, he had this segment a couple of years ago, and he was in front of Triple H, and he was like, "I see right through you, Tommaso Ciampa." It was really. He's so funny.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. That was pretty funny. But I give that an A+. What do you give it?
A+. I give it an A+. That match was perfect. Actually, I'm gonna say an A, because the middle and the beginning were a little slow, and they worked a little.
Well, I didn't like the fact that they kept. They couldn't take to Cody Rhodes.
That was annoying.
That was a little annoying. That got annoying. But okay, so we dissected that, and I believe we have one more match, right?
I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else in the card? I don't think there was. We did that, and then the last match.
Well, we have so that's right. That is the last match, and so now, what do you think the fallout will be for Monday Night Raw tomorrow? We know about Nikki Bella.
Yes.
So now, I would think Sikoa is going to come out
Oh, that definitely.
So
Sikoa's gonna do something.
what the hell happened? Who got
Yeah.
to him? I want him out right now. And
Yeah.
he's gonna come out, and the fans are gonna go absolutely bonkers
Yeah.
tomorrow, nuts. And they're gonna
Uh-huh.
and that's how I think they'll lead Raw in tomorrow. I mean, it's the obvious, or they could lead in with Becky Lynch. I think that of the two, Sikoa is going to come out first. That's my opinion. What about
Yes,
you?
Sikoa's gonna come out first.
You think so?
And then after that, Becky's gonna come in, say a couple words about, oh, she's the best women's Intercontinental Champion. Then after that, there's gonna be probably a couple mid card matches, something with Fraxium or Pretty Deadly or whatever.
Are we at least? And okay. Well, again, dissecting that now. We're going to dissect Raw and SmackDown at once. Correct?
Yeah. So okay. Okay. If you're still watching, I'm gonna tell you guys the schedule. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
If you haven't watched, if you haven't watched the if you haven't watched, not watched, if you haven't read the post that I made, the first post I made on this channel, then definitely go check that out because I list the schedule. But if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so let's go by the week. Raw, I'm gonna be doing a recap, a small couple minute recap, and I'm just gonna post that and tell you what happened. I'm not gonna be giving my opinions. I'm gonna be saying what's happening, right? Friday Night SmackDown, I'm gonna do the same thing. But then at the end of the week, me and Joe are gonna come on and we're going to do a review and recap. That's what we're gonna do. And then when there's a PLE on the week, then we're gonna go on 2 times. Once for Raw and SmackDown, and then also once for the PLE.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds good.
I'm good.
And of course, why you're saying everything about that, we'd want you, the fans, to make comments and tell us what you think. So then when we come on again, we and when we are live, when we're going to be on live, the chat is going to be open for everyone to talk. No question about it. And we are going to bring you the latest, anything. But the rumors, and JT, we're going to send this right. The rumors, we've got to find out that it's like
if
just
they're real or not.
Otherwise, we're not bringing it to you. But if you, the fans, want to send out rumors to us, feel free.
Feel free. Comment down below if you see anything on Bleacher Report, on Sports Illustrated, anything, any news that you use, send it down in the comments. Type what you think, and we will go over it. I'll send a short out, or we'll recap it in one of our weekly episodes. We promise to let you guys reach out to us, and we will recap what you say.
Right, and also, if any one of us on the show or anybody associated with the show are at a live event, we will bring a short to you from the event. So if there's breaking news or something like that, well, you're going to get it. You're going to get it live wherever we're sitting, wherever we are, and that's incredible. And I think the fans will really enjoy that.
Yes.
So and there's a lot to look forward to. The first year this year, that's SummerSlam is going to be 2 days. 2 nights. And don't forget, if you're in the New York area coming up, the big Fan Fest with different wrestlers. Cody Rhodes is going to be there.
Rhea Ripley, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. They're all going to be there along with a lot of other New York athletes at the Javits Center. So look for that too. And again, when we can, we're gonna try to get some former wrestlers on. The wrestler schedules are very, very difficult, so it's kind of hard to get them on. But we're gonna give it a big old try. It's again, but the former wrestlers are a little bit easier, so we're gonna try to do the best we can, obviously, to give you the best and fun comments and commitment every single week.
Yes.
And TJ, It's definitely a pleasure to work with you.
You too, Joe. You too.
When you sent me that tape, I was floored, and I'm just happy that you're choosing to be with me. And I think we could definitely we can go places with this channel.
Yes.
I love doing it, and you're always welcome on NY Yankee Mania. If you have something to break in wrestling and I'm on live, please come on. Don't hesitate. Just go in the chat and say, "Hey, I got breaking news for WWE fans," or we don't want to leave out AEW. But right now we're concentrating on the WWE brand, but everything is going to be involved. And I'll tell you what I'm really looking forward to is Mariah May. I can't wait.
We called it. We called it.
We broke that. We broke it, baby. We broke that news, and we're going to break a lot more.
Yes, so we are.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And how about guessing a name for her?
It's gonna be May something.
Put that in the chat, guys.
Yeah, if you guys have a name for Mariah May, definitely put it in the chat.
What would you like to? What name would you give Mariah May?
I hope it's not something as sucky as JC Mateo. I still call him Jeff Cobb. I still call him Jeff Cobb.
No. It's gotta be. It's gotta be like I don't know. It'll be interesting, but. Could you imagine, JT, the match of a lifetime, Mariah May against Tiffany Stratton?
Woo!
Oh my God! I think men will pay $15,000 for the first row for that. I mean, that you want to talk about beauty? You want to talk about elegance? Could you imagine the two of them coming out on pay-per-view?
So
good. My God. That would be fun.
Yeah.
And I would love to be at that show because that would be hilarious. That would be, I'm better than you. No, you're better. No, I'm better than you. And just go on. And they're going to outdo each other.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, the outfits they're going to wear, should be ridiculous. But that's our dream, guys. I think that's going to be leading up to WrestleMania next year, which, by the way, everybody knows it's now back in Las Vegas. I know. And one of these days, we're gonna go to one of these WrestleManias, guys.
Yeah.
I promise you. And we're gonna have live events. We're gonna do a lot of things with the fans. So keep up with this. But I'm so excited to launch this channel with you, TJ, and God willing, I this should last for years and years and years.
Yes.
So if you want to do final thoughts, I'm ready for it. And next week is another week.
Yes.
Now next week, I was getting a lot of texts. Are you guys going to be live and when? That's the question they've been asking me.
Next week. Yes, we will be live at the end of the week, either Saturday or Sunday, recapping Raw and SmackDown.
So you will put a short out there to let them know when we're live.
Yes.
Okay. Remember, guys, smack the likes for us and subscribe. The likes.
And subscribe, do everything.
I hope you enjoyed the video. And we got the master right here that will put so much emphasis and so much fun into it. And God bless you, TJ. I couldn't have picked a better partner.
Me neither. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And if you enjoy this, definitely smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn those post notifications on so you never, ever miss another upload. And don't forget our upload schedule every week. I posted it in the community tab, so you can view that at any time. Thank you so much for watching. PLE was great. Do you have any final thoughts?
Yep. And my final thought, don't forget, guys, come to my channel too, NY Yankee Mania. Tonight I am doing the game live on my channel. on my channel. And TJ, you are invited if you'd like to come.
Woo!
So speak in the chat, whatever you like to do. We are live. And tomorrow I'm going to have a very special guest live right next to me on the chat. Yankee longtime reliever Jabba Chamberlain, who won a world champion with the New York Yankees in 2009. So
Wow.
come and see us. Special time, 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have our first real live New York Yankee ex-player. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So TJ, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
And I'm
tuning
really
in.
looking
Thank you,
forward
Joe.
to next
Thank
week.
you so much.
Let's go, Tiffany.
Let's go.